What's up, guys? Welcome back. So we've got some updated news here. Seems we have confirmation of when Dark Talon Ranger is coming. So it looks like Heckyl is going to be on his way for this Friday. So let's take a look and see. We got assist here is a balance type, epic. Nice. So that means I should be able to get him to at least level 4 or 5 to see where he feels comfortable at. I do like his talent and his actual skills being the highest at level or a 4 energy. So if you're not aware, Heckyl is in the Boom Comics is the Dark Ranger. So he is a villain in there, but he is an anti-villain, I guess, so to speak. His issue, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 35, comes out next week on the 30th. So we'll get some more of his backstory of what turned him in that process then. Until then, though, it looks like we'll just call him Heckyl, Dino Charge, Talon Dark Ranger, because why not? So let's take a look here. Everybody seems to be following the same base now, so 140% crit damage and 2% crit chance by standard. But let's take a look and see. He's got a breaker and a strike for his primaries. So does that mean it's a cancelable breaker, potentially? Heckyl walks slowly towards his opponent as his boomerang circles around him, damaging anything it touches. It's good damage for a level 1, definitely. He has a multi-hit for Energem Slash. Heckyl jumps in the air with a flurry of kicks before sending his opponent flying with a downward slash from his flute. Wonder if we'll actually get some transformation of his weapon in the game. I still wish that they would give us an example of what the moves look like whenever you tap on it or click on it. It would here have like a play button and it would show you like a video that slides out to the side or something, or he would perform the action over on the left. That would be awesome. Alright, so as specials we got Backtrack. Heckyl jumps away as he throws his boomerang, causing his opponent to stumble backwards before circling back and sending them flying towards Heckyl. So that seems like it's a variation on Ryan's attack with Titanium Ranger, where he has the axe toss stumble and then he turns around and then he tosses and it kind of makes him fall forward. So this says flying forward though, so I guess we'll see how that works out. I know it's using his boomerang attack. Rewind. Heckyl throws his boomerang through his opponent, and like any good boomerang, it eventually returns, hitting the opponent in the back. Okay, so that's an interrupt. For the counter type, it's an interrupt. And it's decent damage for a counter attack or a defensive attack. Backtrack, I don't know if it's going to be a cancelable attack or not, though, where they've changed things up with the new combat update 2.5. It's hard to tell if it's just going to stick to just primaries or if they're going to mix it up. I'm already getting an idea of what kind of teams I would like to do with him. I know with him being a balanced, I'd set him up with an attacker type and a defensive type. So we'll go over what I think is going to be the best team for just his casting costs of his energy with his attack damage style without even seeing what the moves do. Let's see. Take a look here. Return trip. Heckyl makes a powerful throw, sending his boomerang through his opponent. Before exiting, he taunts his opponent, trying to make them forget that a boomerang always returns. Okay, I'm not a fan of taunting, as you know, but that does seem interesting, and it does seem like that will be useful for back-end attacks. We don't have any sort of challenge in here for him yet, so what I think the best team for him would be, where he's a balanced attack, is, well, I just realized that's 2 balanced Rangers we got in a row. So Blake is balanced legendary, and now we got a balanced epic out of him. So I don't think that using Zenaku for the assist is going to work out too well, because if we're going to be using him, just as an example, we'll go ahead and we'll select our leader as Ryan. Because it's very similar in the casting cost, except for Ryan has 2 strikes up front. So Titanium Blazer is what reminds me of Heckyl's attack. But for defensive, I would say we would give him a strike. And actually, no, I don't think a strike would be appropriate. Well, yeah. So if he is a defensive type, we will go with you know what? I think we'll go with Antonio for our attacker. And we'll go with Ninjor for our defensive. And pretty much, you know, it's still a balanced and it's an epic. So you can take that as the same thing. And this is the team I would probably try out first in testing with Heckyl, because that way the synergy lines up. And let's see how this team... I'll just try and not use the light speed kick and see how it functions with him. Too much, so much for not using light speed kick. Alright. Alright, we'll go 4-4. Yeah. Alright, so... Alright. Let's drop this light speed kick. Alright, so Titanium Blazer. This is going to be a typical setup that we would have. I really hope that Heckyl's defensive counter is going to be more functional than Ryan's, to where it's not reaction based and it's pro action rather than having to counter. I'd almost rather him have that move be something completely different. Make it not be a hold counter like Billy's. I don't like reactionary. I'd rather be pro action. Alright, we know that one works. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Ah, get rid of that. Seriously? Get rid. Alright, good. Now I'll build my energy back up. Alright, so... Are you quite done? Alright. Yeah, that works. Alright, so... I'm hooking up my fight stick. I can't deal with this keyboard anymore. Alright, morphin powered up. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of similarities to Heckyl compared to Ryan, where they're both balanced type and they're both epic class, and they both have a reactionary counter. I think that Heckyl's attacks are going to be a lot longer and maybe potentially slower. But I do believe that his strike combo on his primary is going to be very similar to the Trailblazer. love that attack. It is such a great interrupt attack. Alright. Alright, so that's one team that I am speccing would work very well just by the idea of what his type is for team synergy and balance. And then of course you have free-to-play team, and then you have low ball team. So basically, these are lesser cost versions of the same team. That may or may not sink in as well. It really just depends on what you actually get. So Heckyl will not have a single hit primary. He will have the combo. So we'll go there to uppercut and see how that would pair. Alright. Let's take that a little bit slower. Alright, there's our Trailblazer, our Titanium Blazer again, so... Alright. Let's just build it back up. Give us 10. There we go. That's a good bit of damage. Alright. Alright, so we'll have a stumble. There, that was the far end of that region. Alright. Everybody's always going to be using that team for a basis because free-to-play players won't have access to every character. Probably my alternate team will always go to TJ for defender. And go with Jen for an attacker. See how this links up. With the way that his moves are set up, I do believe that he will be a strike, primary, assist setup. Alright, there we got it. Missed the roundhouse, but it kept him in the air. Alright. Alright. Let's drop that. And hit that. Oh wow. It got a little bit offensively defensive there. And go. There we go. Got the roundhouse in that time. Drop that. Get rid of there. But yeah, that's just a couple of different options that I see hitting and working. If we go with a loaded strike field, then we'll probably end up something like this. So now we have 2 strikes for assists, 1 defensive and 1 attacker, and we can see what kind of aspect this gives us. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's definitely getting a little bit more offensive on the defense of offense. Alright, so we will load and go. And then hit the pull. Nice. Alright. You waited until just after it. Dropped too fast. That's perfect on that timing, though. Quit giving me Demon's Bane. Alright. That's easily blockable. The good thing is, though, where Heckyl is very low energy cost, it widens the options that you can actually use. So yeah, guys, that's my first ideas and suggestions and team synergy for Heckyl. Thank you guys for joining me. Please like and subscribe. Comment below if you have any questions. And we'll see you on Friday for the live unboxing on Twitch. Take care, guys.